Hi, I'm Ella and I'm back for BoardGameGeek, and today we have Adam Minton from Funko Games, and we're going to talk about some of the exciting stuff they're going to have for Christmas, as well as Five Nights for Freddy's, right? That's one of my
Yeah.
my son's favorite IPs of all time, so I should have
Oh
had him
yeah.
on. He'd be excited.
Yep. So Five Nights at Freddy's Survive Till 6 a.m. It is a horror thriller survival board game for 1 to 2 players. So you can play it by yourself,
1 to 2.
or
Mm.
yes, or head to head with somebody else.
Yeah.
So just
So
like the
could it
video
be
game,
like, sorry, I'm talking over
Sorry,
you. It's like the Australian distance. So
by delay.
Hmm.
Just like in the video game, if anyone's familiar with that, this is a board game directly based off of the gameplay from the Five Nights at Freddy's video game, where it is your first night as the new security guard of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and at night the animatronics, who are typically cute and entertaining during the day, start to roam throughout the restaurant. And unfortunately, if they find you, they're probably going to think that you're an animatronic who fell out of its suit, and they're going to stuff you into one of the animatronic suits, and that would be bad.
Bad. Very bad.
The way that it works is you're stuck in the security office. So if you see on the player board here where it says office, that is where you are. And then there are 4 different locations throughout the restaurant. So start, further and further away. And there's one camera in each of those locations. So there are a few things that you can do on your turn to try to survive, but everything you do has the risk of drawing power. And you have a limited supply of power. So there are these dials that each player would get. It starts at 100% power and then goes all the way down to 0. If you ever hit 0 power, you can't do anything else, and you just have to ride out the night and hopefully survive.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. So on your turn, and we do have these handy reference cards, so you never need to memorize what it is you do. It walks you through each turn step by step. Each player gets one. So the first thing you do is, if you see the deck of cards that say start, that is our clock. So we need to make it to 6 a.m. We start at midnight when our shift begins, and if we're able to clock out in the morning, we have survived the night. So the first thing you do is you advance the clock. So you go from start to midnight, basically just starting the top card, and this is how we keep track of the time. So now we see 12 a.m. So that's the first thing you do. And then, starting with the room closest to you, so this would be cam 1, you're going to reveal the top card of each of the 4 cameras. Now, if you're playing a 2-player game, you're doing this at the same time. Perfect, perfect. So let's reveal all 4 of those. Good. We got a good combination of different cards here. What's that?
What makes a good combination?
Perfect. So now there are a number of different cards that are hidden in these decks. So you started the game by shuffling the cards into the different stacks, and there are 4 animatronics roaming around for each player. If any of the animatronics ever make it into the office, which is the red area, you lose. They have stuffed you into a suit. So after you flip the cards, if you have you have the opportunity to react to them. So you can react to 0 cards. You can just leave it as is, and the cards will resolve. You can react to 1 or 2 cards. Each card you react to, you have to roll the power dice, and that tells you how much power you have used, either 0, 5, or 10% power to do that action. So this first card here in cam 1 on the orange side is a power depletion. So you're going to use an extra 5% power to do your actions this turn. The empty room is empty. We don't need to do anything there. There's nothing there.
Right.
What was that means you turn on the lights if you don't discard it. And what happens is you're going to take the top card of that location. So let's actually move the cards that we've revealed below the stacks so that we still have a top card. Perfect. So what that card does is you kind of see the two little bouncing arrows. You're going to take the top card of that room and without looking at it, move it 2 spaces closer to the office.
So move to, yes. Boom. Wonderful.
So you don't know what it is. It could be nothing, or it could be Freddy himself. Yes, perfect. Now, if you ever reveal one of the animatronics, you keep revealing cards after that until you get one that isn't an animatronic.
Animatronic, okay.
But now that we've seen all of our cards, we can choose what to react to. So we can either turn on the lights in the what was that rooms. Oh, there's Bonnie. Okay.
Bonnie's scary. It's not scary at all.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible. And what's really scary is as you get closer and closer to using up all your power, flipping those cards becomes this like visceral, terrifying moment.
What's
like,
gonna happen next?
Don't be Freddy.
Yes.
So now that we've revealed all the cards, we get to choose to react. So phase 2 is reacting to cards. So like I said, you can choose 0, 1, or 2 cards. You roll the power dice, the number of times equal to what you choose to resolve. So let's say we're going to resolve these Cam 3 and Cam 4, what was that cards? Because we don't want more cards to come out. So let's say we want to discard both of those. So we're going to roll both power dice, or the same one twice. And what numbers did we get? I can't see it. I think
it's
screen.
A 5 and a
0
nothing.
And 5. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So we've used 5% power plus an additional 5% power because of that power depletion card. So we've used 10% power. So now we're at 90%. And we get to discard those 2 cards to the office.
Cool. Bye.
Perfect. So that was the reaction phase. And now we are in phase 3 where we resolve anything that's still out. So if you had an animatronic character that was out, you would shuffle the animatronic into the location closest to you because you didn't stop it. So it's going to try to move 1 deck closer to you. Yep. So if it was in Cam 4, you would shuffle it into Cam 3.
Oh, okay. The deck before.
Yep. So it keeps getting slowly closer to you, but you don't know where it is in that deck.
Right.
If you had any what was that cards left out, you would add cards, and we'll demonstrate that in a minute. You discard the power depletion cards and the empty rooms. So you discard those to the office. So we've made it a half an hour into our shift, and we've used 10% power.
Which is pretty good. Oh, not great. I'm like, we have 90%.
Well, we have to make it to 6, and there's no way to gain power.
Right,
so now it's
I was very positive.
It is a survival game.
Yes.
So now let's focus on orange to kind of get through, but you would see that each player would be doing this at the same time. So now it's 12:30, so let's reveal the top card of each of the 4 cameras. Empty room. Uh-oh.
What was that?
Heard something.
Heard
something else.
And empty room. Okay.
So let's say, because you can react to 0 to 2 cards. Let's say that what was that in Cam 3? It's a little bit further away. So if 1 card moves closer, you do need to conserve power. Hopefully it's not an animatronic. So let's choose to react to 1 card. We're gonna react to that. What was that in Cam 2? So we're gonna take the power die because we're reacting to 1 thing. We're gonna roll 1 power die.
Hopefully it's
Let's see
0.
how much power it takes.
5 again.
5% power. So you always want it to be 0 because you don't want to use any of this power. Sorry, I'm leaning in because this is exciting. Okay, so now we use another 5% power.
I should too.
I know. So now we're down to 85%.
Oh, goodness.
Now, because we reacted to that, we turned the lights on in Cam 2. So we're going to discard that card along with the empty room cards.
Okay.
Because they're empty, thankfully. Nothing creepy is happening in there. But then we're going to move the top card of the Cam 3 room into Cam 2. So whatever we heard is moving closer to us.
That's very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
It's moving in the dark, which is very thematic with the mechanic. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so turning the lights on takes power. If you find an animatronic, you're going to try to close the door. That's going to take power. So now let's discard that. What was that? And let's get to 1 a.m. Let's see how far we can last. Uh-oh. That's bad. Okay, empty room. We're hearing a lot of things. So, Ella, what do you think? Do we want to react to any of these cards?
I think because we move, that could be an animatronic in 2. So I'm thinking maybe 2 cards. The first one is pretty close to us, and then the second one. But the third one, it's fine. So maybe 1 and 2? Yes.
Great. So we're going to react to 2 of those cards. And so we're going to roll 2 power dice.
2.
How much energy we're using?
0. Oh, no. No.
Okay.
No.
10%.
Don't like me.
So now we're at 75% power. But we get to discard those cards. We get to discard the empty room card.
The blank one.
But then we had that Cam 4. What was that? So you can see the arrow goes below. So we're going to reveal another room in Cam, or another card in Cam 4 and place it below that. What was that?
Oh, okay.
Ah!
Oh, no, it's Chica.
Okay. Okay. So we found an animatronic. Unfortunately, when you reveal an animatronic, you're going to reveal another card below it. So let's see another card from Cam 4.
That's empty. Yay.
That's empty. However, because we can't react to Chica right now, because we've already done our reaction step, we saw her, but it's too late. So now we're going to shuffle Chica 1 room closer to us. So we're going to shuffle her into the Cam 3 deck. So now we know there is an animatronic in that room.
Yes. Well,
so that
one of them could have
some
moved.
more decisions later on.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to discard the other 2 cards. It's 1:30, and we've used 25% of our power. Okay, let's check the cameras.
This is tense. Oh my God.
Right?
Empty room, please. No. No.
Ah,
no.
Foxy.
And so close.
Whew. Okay.
Okay, I'm excited. How do we react to? We can react.
Yes. So because we revealed an animatronic, if you see at the very bottom, it says flip another card. So we're actually going to draw another card from Cam 2 and put it below Foxy. Ooh, so what was that card? Okay. So now we can only react to a maximum of 2 cards. So not 2 rooms, 2 cards. So we're definitely going to want to shut the door on Foxy.
Yes.
And what that would do is it would prevent Foxy from moving closer to us, but it does get shuffled back into that room.
Yeah.
So there's no way to get rid of the animatronics. We're just trying to keep them away.
Okay.
So, Ella, what are you thinking?
Yeah, react to Foxy. And what do you think is the best one? I'm gonna be reckless. How about that? Let's try. I'll do the camera, the in room, the first room. Yeah.
Okay. So we're reacting to 2 cards. So we're gonna roll both dice. Yes, and we're gonna get 2 zeros. I feel it. We're gonna get
no, we're
10.
not. It's a 10. You're playing
so 10%
with me,
energy.
Yes.
55%. We know we're 2 of the animatronics are. You've yet to see the other two. But, so we've reacted to the one in room 1. So that can go away. Now, we didn't react to the other what was that in cam 2. So we have 3 what was that's to react to. And actually, Foxy is not discarded. Foxy is going to get shuffled back into cam 2 deck. So let's leave it out for now. But we know he's not going to
because we just closed the door. Okay.
Yep. Exactly. We use the energy to close the door. So now, starting with cam 2, we're going to find out what all these noises were. We're actually not find out, but we're going to... Yeah, so in cam 2, we're going to flip that top card and put it below Foxy. So what did we hear? Okay,
nothing.
We heard nothing. That's good.
Yes.
So that gets discarded. Whew. Now, cam 3, what did we hear in that room? Ooh, okay.
Power depletion.
That's all right, because we've already done our actions.
Right.
So that's going to get discarded at the end of the round, which is good.
Right,
and
okay,
now,
good. Okay.
Cam 4, we're not going to flip it.
Oh.
Spoilers. We're going to move it 1 room over.
Right, okay.
All right.
Wow, this is very
Fox
tense.
is going to get shuffled back into cam 2, and everything else is going to be discarded to the office.
It looks like, and all the rounds will be pretty similar. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, you're very limited in your options. You can do nothing, turn the lights on, or close a door, just like the video game.
Right, right. Okay. And then both of you are doing it at the same time. Yes.
Yeah, you're always doing it at the same time. So there are different animatronics in the purple deck than the orange deck, but there's always 4. So you're doing it simultaneously. So sometimes they're going to see a monster. Sometimes you're going to see a monster. The power depletion is individual. Oof. Right. Okay. This is tough. Ella, we're in a tough spot. So.
I just want to run.
Right? But we're trapped. So if we don't resolve that first, what was that card? If that top card is an animatronic, we are
lose?
Super dead.
Right. Okay. So we're doing the first one.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost us 10 extra power.
Oh, I know. Is there any
other thing? So it could be
other
up to 20% power just to close that door or turn the lights on.
What if we're risky? What if we don't do it? We're gonna die.
Let's find out. So we choose to react to nothing, so we don't lose any power.
Yep. How about we try that? Not react and
let's
roll
see.
The dice.
Let's see what card made it into the office. So we're gonna reveal the top card of cam 1.
Nothing. See, I'm lucky. Woohoo!
Okay.
Cool.
Have we been ticking the clock? Sorry, I haven't been calling that out. I don't know if we did it for 2 o'clock. So it might be 2:30 now.
Yes.
Okay, so we made it to 3. We're halfway through the night. We still have about half of our power.
Sure. We need to talk about your Christmas cards so that I'm less tense.
But yeah, so that's Five Nights at Freddy and Survive Till 6 a.m. If you can make it to 6 a.m. Without an animatronic getting into the office, you have won. Otherwise, you're super dead.
Super dead. And I imagine that it doesn't have to be 1 versus 1, that you could have 2 people at the team, right? Talking to each other and trying to discuss that. This, you know, this is what the action that we can do. So it doesn't have to be like 1 to 2 players. Absolutely. So you can play in teams.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to consult with somebody else and just say, hey, what do you like, just how we did right now?
Yeah, cool.
You know, it's a super fun activity to do with someone else. Or if you are stuck at home and want to turn off all the lights and have one little spot right next to the table during quarantine, I think it's the perfect thing to do.
That would be great. That's a great idea. I bet everybody.
That's actually how I played it for the first time. I turned off all the lights.
I imagine.
Sat alone in my living room and played. I have a Haunted Mansion playlist,
right,
and just played it for like an hour,
just preparing for Halloween. Yeah,
it was terrifying. But yeah, so the game is available August 1st, or sorry, October 1st at Walmart.
Okay. Oh, Walmart, amazing. I love it when games like great games go into mass market. Awesome. Great for the hobby.